Since the dawn of time, humans have asked one of the most profound questions. What is the meaning of life? Different thinkers, cultures, and philosophies have tried to answer this question in their own ways. Some say life has a grand purpose, while others believe we create our own meaning. Today we will explore some of the most important philosophical perspectives on this eternal question. Let us begin with the ancient Greeks. One of the earliest schools of thought came from Aristotle. He believed that the purpose of life is eudaimonia, a word often translated as happiness or flourishing. But for Aristotle, this was not just about feeling good. It was about living virtuously, developing wisdom, courage, and self-control. To him, a meaningful life was one where a person fulfills their potential by practicing moral excellence. Another great Greek philosopher, Epicurus, had a different view. He taught that the meaning of life is pleasure. But he did not mean reckless indulgence. Instead, Epicurus believed in simple pleasures, friendship, freedom, and thoughtful reflection. Avoiding pain and excess was the key to a good life. His philosophy reminds us that happiness often comes from quiet contentment, rather than endless desires. Moving forward to the Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, we find a more disciplined approach. The Stoics believe that life's meaning lies in accepting what we cannot control and focusing on what we can, our actions, thoughts, and attitude. For them, virtue is the highest good. Even in suffering, a person can find meaning by responding with courage and wisdom. The Stoic perspective teaches us that life's challenges do not define us. Our response to them does. In contrast, existentialist philosophers like Jean-Paul Sartre and Albert Camus argued that life has no inherent meaning. Instead, we must create our own purpose. Sartre famously said, "Existence precedes essence." This means we exist first, and through our choices we define ourselves. For existentialists, freedom is both a gift and a burden. We are responsible for giving our lives meaning. Camus took this idea further with his philosophy of the absurd. He believed that humans naturally search for meaning, but the universe remains silent. This clash between our need for purpose and the indifference of the world is what he called the absurd. Yet, Camus did not see this as a reason to despair. Instead, he urged people to embrace life passionately, even in the face of meaninglessness. His famous work, On the Myth of Sisyphus, compares human life to the Greek myth of a man condemned to roll a boulder uphill forever. Camus concludes that even in this endless struggle, Sisyphus can find happiness by accepting his fate. Eastern philosophies offer different insights. In Buddhism, the meaning of life is tied to liberation from suffering. The Buddha taught that desire and attachment lead to pain. By following the Eightfold Path, right understanding, intention, speech, action, livelihood, effort, mindfulness, and concentration, one can achieve enlightenment or nirvana. This state is free from the cycle of rebirth and suffering. Hinduism presents another view through the concept of Dharma. Dharma refers to one's duty or righteous path. According to Hindu philosophy, fulfilling one's Dharma leads to harmony in life and society. The ultimate goal is moksha, liberation from the cycle of rebirth and unity with the divine. Unlike Western individualism, Hindu thought often emphasizes one's role within a larger cosmic order. Confucianism from ancient China focuses on ethics and relationships. Confucius taught that a meaningful life is built on moral character, family loyalty, and social harmony. The key virtues are benevolence, righteousness, propriety, wisdom, and faithfulness. By cultivating these qualities, a person contributes to a just and stable society. Modern philosophy also offers perspectives. Utilitarianism, founded by Jeremy Bentham and John Stuart Mill, suggests that the meaning of life is to maximize happiness for the greatest number of people. Actions are judged by their consequences. What brings the most pleasure and least pain? This view influences many ethical decisions today, from laws to healthcare policies. On the other hand, Friedrich Nietzsche rejected traditional morality and religion as illusions. He believed that the death of God, the decline of religious belief, left humans without a ready-made purpose. But instead of despair, Nietzsche called for the creation of new values. His concept of the Übermensch, overman, describes a person who rises above societal norms to define their own meaning. Science also offers a perspective. Evolutionary biology suggests that life's purpose is survival and reproduction. From this viewpoint, meaning is a human construct, a way to make sense of our existence. Some thinkers, like Richard Dawkins, argue that we must create our own purpose in a universe without inherent meaning. Finally, we have the perspective of personal spirituality. Many people find meaning through faith, meditation, or a sense of connection with something greater than themselves. This can take countless forms: prayer, nature, art, or acts of kindness. For them, meaning is not just an idea but a lived experience. So, what is the meaning of life? The answer depends on who you ask. For some, it is virtue. For others, pleasure, freedom, duty, or enlightenment. Some believe we must create our own purpose, while others see it as part of a grand design. Perhaps the beauty of this question is that it has no single answer. It invites us to reflect, explore, and choose what resonates with us. In the end, whether we find meaning in philosophy, relationships, work, or spirituality, the search itself is part of being human. And maybe that is enough to keep asking, keep seeking, and live in a way that feels true to ourselves. Thank you for joining me on this journey through different philosophical perspectives. If you found this exploration meaningful, I invite you to reflect on what gives your own life purpose. Until next time, keep seeking wisdom and living with intention.